All right, so now what I'm going to cover is setting up the app the way that you want it so you can locate everything in a good, timely fashion. And so what I'm going to be covering now is layers and how to set everything up. So the very first thing we want to do is go open up our app. And the very first thing that we want to do is we're going to go into our scribble strips so we can name everything. So these are all the different channels. So I'm going to click on our first channel and we're going to call this mic 1. We're going to call this guest mic. Sometimes I color code them depending on which microphone that I'm using. So if you go here, instead of black, let's make one red. Let's make the other one green. So we got mic 1, guest mic. Now we're going to go to 5, and then I'm going to call this DDJ left. We're going to call this DDJ right. And then we're going to end up linking those together. So let's give this an icon. Just go with this icon here. That's good there. So that's what we'll plug into over here, 5 and 6. And then from there, we're going to go all the way down. Bus 1. So let's just call this wireless speaker because usually I'll plug my wireless speakers into here. And then let's call bus 2. Let's pretend like we have a sub that we're going to be running out of. Let's go to effects send. So this is, we're going to put a reverb on this. And then let's do for effects, a delay. I think that's good for now. We'll come and change some of these a little bit later on, but that is where we're going to start out with the scribble strips. And now we're going to set up the channels the way that we want. All right. Click on the cog icon. Then we're going to click on layers. And the first one is going to be the channels. And I'm going to go in here. I'm going to undo everything. So that way I can set it up the way that I want. So I'm going to go grab channels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then from there, I'm going to go grab the bus 1, bus 2. Then I'm going to go grab the mains, and then I'm going to go grab my 2 effects channels. And then if you click down at the bottom, you can hide or have these rearranged so you could change any different orders that you want. And then I'm also going to add my DCAs on there, all on one channel. So now let's go ahead and go back. Now when we look at the mixer here, you'll see we'll have mic 1, mic 2, 3 and 4 are empty. We're going to have our DDJ, we're going to have our mains, we're going to have our aux, we have our effects, which I'm going to go ahead and bring down, and then we have our DCAs. And I use the DCA to connect to my effects, so that way when I mute the DCAs, it mutes both of those. So this is how I set up my initial app and the way that I like to use it, so that way I don't have to go into a bunch of different things. It's all right here, and I can see all the RTA readouts, and it just makes everything pretty smooth.